Hello ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders. Today is Sunday, 15th of March 2020. The time is 12:53 p.m. Welcome to our BBMA weekly analysis for the trading week of 16th to 20th of March 2020. Let's get started by review our BBMA setup SOP. Okay, this is our BBMA setup SOP. We use 4 time frame, weekly, daily, H4 and H1. Our entry is in H4, both for entry and exit. We trade with 1% of the risk per account, and we trade maximum 5 pair at the same time. We use TradingView for our alert to detect the extreme and momentum setup based on our custom indicator. Let's review the previous week trades. The previous week was a losing week for us. Our growth was minus 3.75%. This is due to the big movement in the currency pair early in the week. This was mainly contributed by the uncertainty in the market with the pandemic and big news that happened. Okay, let's look at the chart for this week. We start by looking at DXY. For DXY, we can see in weekly time frame is making a MHV sell. Last week the price dropped significantly in the weekly time frame and it retraced back to the high here. However, this is MHV sell for us. On daily, the price is making a CSAK buy. On H4, it's making a momentum buy, and in H1 we can see it's making a MHV buy. It's possible that DXY will be weakened this week, but if we see a continuous momentum, mean the price continue gonna go up. Okay, for the first pair for this week, Euro USD. Let's look at weekly time frame. Weekly, last week we see a strong movement in Euro USD. Actually, it crossed the BBMA 50 and tried to make it close previous week as momentum buy. However, this week it closed below the BBMA 50. For us, this is a re-entry sell setup. In daily time frame, we can see that the price actually making an extreme sell, and currently it's doing a TPW. However, this can be possibly a re-entry buy as well. Move to the south, to the north. In H4, we can see the price have closed below the BBMA 50 and making a CSM sell. For us, this is already a valid setup based on our SOP, and we can enter from BBMA 50 or mid BB to the top BB. This will be our sell zone. So for Euro USD, we're looking for sell this week. Okay, next pair. Next pair is USD CHF. For USD CHF, in a weekly time frame, we can see that previous week the price went down and closed below the low BB. So it was a CSM sell. However, last week it retraced back and it make a re-entry buy for us. In daily time frame, you can see a MHV buy. On H4, there's already a CSM and it crossed above the BBMA 50. So this is already a valid buy setup for us, and what we're gonna do is we can buy from the BBMA 50 itself to the low BB. This will be our buy zone for USD CHF. Next pair we want to look at is USD JPY. For USD JPY in weekly time frame, the same thing, almost the same with the USD CHF. We can see a CSM and then a candle retrace back here. So this for us is a re-entry buy setup. And we know from looking at the Bollinger Band, we can see that the Bollinger Band is curving down, mean the downward trend is getting weak. On a daily time frame, we can see a MHV buy. Okay. On H4, we've seen a CSM buy, and this CSM buy closed above BBMA 50, and this is a strong upward movement. And for us, what we can do is we can enter buy here from the EMA 50 all the way to the low BB. This will be our buy zone. So USD JPY for us is a buy as well. Next pair, Euro JPY. Euro JPY in the weekly time frame is a re-entry buy for us. However, this re-entry buy is not very good setup because it's already above the it's between the MA high and MA low. Okay. On D1, the price is making a CSAK buy. As you can see here, it closed above the mid BB, also past the MA high. And on D4, as you can see, it closed right at the CSM buy on the last candle of the previous week. So what we can do is we want to look for re-entry buy from EMA 50 to the low BB here. Okay, and as you can see, the Bollinger Band is expanding. I mean, this movement is strong and gonna continue. Okay, next pair, NZD CAD. Sorry, NZD CAD. For New Zealand CAD, what we can see here in the weekly time frame is a re-entry buy. This is a MA low, so this is a re-entry buy setup for us in weekly. And as you can see, it's a potential reversal because the BB is not expanding. If the BB is expanding like this, right, mean the downward movement gonna continue. However, now the BB is not doing this, it's contracting, so the downward movement that we can see on this bear candle is getting weaker. And then on a daily time frame, we can see it's making a MHV buy, right, because this candle does not close below the low BB. Then on H4, CSM buy, CSM sell, sorry, and H1 is still a CSM sell. So what we can do for NZD CAD for now is we need to set alert in H1 for CSM buy. Oops, sorry. CSM buy. So for NZD CAD, we wait for the candle to go up and close above the EMA 50 and above the top BB for our buy setup. And we're gonna buy in H4 buy zone, which gonna be somewhere around here. Okay, last pair we're gonna look at is, of course, as usual, that's gold. For gold, on weekly time frame, we can see that it's making a re-entry buy for us. So we look at daily CSM sell, mean the buy is not ready. H4 also CSM sell is still closed outside the BB, and in H1 MHB buy. So for this one also we need to set alert. No, it's not alien. This should be CSM buy. And we need to check the EMA 50. Okay, so that's it for us. Very simple trade plan. We look for trading 6 pair, one as a backup, 5 pair running at the same time, and we use one as a backup. Let's recap again. Sorry, this is supposed to be NZD CAD. This is supposed to be a re-entry buy. Sorry. Let's look again at NZD CAD. NZD CAD. Okay, sorry. NZD CAD supposed to be re-entry sell. Okay, and then Re-entry sell on weekly. Daily is a MHV sell. Re-entry sell. Daily is MHV sell. H4 is a re-entry sell. Yeah, so this is the setup for us re-entry sell. And then on H1 we can see that there's already a sell setup here, so we're gonna sell on H4 sell zone. Sorry, I think I make a mistake on the NZD CAD earlier. So recap: NZD CAD weekly re-entry sell, daily MHV sell, H4 re-entry sell, H1 MHV sell. So we're gonna sell from EMA 50 to top BB on H4, which is this one. Okay, this is our sell zone for NZD CAD. Okay, and the last pair is of course gold. Weekly re-entry buy, and we want to wait for CSM buy using alert on TradingView. Okay, gold. Again, we look at gold. Yeah, we set alert for this to close above the top BB there. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I wish you all the best for trading this week. Watch the market carefully because the pandemic news and lots of volatility in the market. So till we meet again next week, thank you. Bye bye.